That is so good.
Completely melts in your mouth. Yum. Welcome to Macau, Asia's most European city. I'm Luke Martin and this is my street food guide to Macau. This is my first time here in Macau. It's a special administrative region of China, same thing as Hong Kong, but you do need your passport to come from Hong Kong to Macau. You can take a ferry, it takes about an hour. I'm here for just a day trip, and Macau was a Portuguese colony until 1999. So right off the bat, you can see all of the Portuguese European architecture. We are standing here in Senado Square. It's kind of like the center of Macau, and my first stop for food today is just around the square. Let's go. So my first stop is this place right behind me. It's called Xing Lei Cha Chan Tang, and they're famous for their pork chop bun, which is one of the quintessential street foods you must try here in Macau. The restaurant's packed, so I just got it for takeaway, and you can see already the Portuguese influence here. Meat and bread. That is very European, but that is a beautiful breaded pork chop with a nice toasty bun. Look at how toasty that is on the bottom there. It is packed inside. We couldn't even get a seat, so I'm guessing it's gonna be really good. 33 Hong Kong dollars for this. Let's try it out. Oh man, super juicy, greasy, and a nice crunch to it. Oh my god, that's really, really good. Super, super crunchy and juicy on the inside. I love the breading. It's got a little bit of a flavor. It's got a little bit of a Chinese influence with the spices there. It tastes almost like maybe a little bit of five spice or something going on in there. It's definitely got more flavor than if you were to maybe have it in Portugal. No offense, Portuguese, but this is really good. Definitely a little bit oily and greasy, but that's honestly the way it should be. Super satisfying. I love the crunch. And like I said, you gotta try this when you're in Macau. One of the most famous foods. You can find the pork chop bun at tons of restaurants here in Macau. That place, really authentic, old school shop. They do an amazing fried pork bun. And even though it's got like bread on the outside and then it's breaded pork chop, it's still so delicious. It's a little bit of a carb overload, but awesome. Macau is often referred to as the Las Vegas of Asia because of its many casinos and gambling scene. But if you're like me and you have no interest in that whatsoever, you still should come to Macau, be it for the food or for the architecture. The architecture here is absolutely beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. You get the like skyscrapers, modern Chinese kind of Hong Kong style skyscrapers, and then these old Portuguese buildings everywhere. It's such a unique blend. It just started pouring rain here in Macau, but this is my second stop right behind me here. The one with the big line is called Cam Wah Beef Offal. So they serve curried beef innards. I'm gonna order up a bowl, go grab a spot in line right now. This place is super popular for their beef offal with curry, and they have a literal bubbling cauldron full of every cut of beef imaginable. I saw liver, tripe, intestines, all kinds of tendon, and they just kind of snip it up with the scissors into small bite-sized pieces, and then they slap on a big sloppy curry on top of that. And then if you want, you can also order it with spicy sauce, which of course I did. And here is my small bowl. So this was, I think it was 35 Hong Kong dollars, and you can see, I don't know, really everything in here. There's all kinds of interesting ingredients, some tendon, some tripe, everything I just mentioned there, and then it's just swimming in that curry. And it looks like they also put a piece of, or a couple pieces of radish in there too, like a daikon radish. So let me try to grab one of these really fatty pieces, completely smothered in that curry sauce. Pouring rain, nice and hot. This will warm me up. The curry, really, really strong curry flavor. And then that piece was like a tendon. I bit into it, it melted, but then there was also another piece that was a little bit crunchy, chewy. You get all kinds of strange textures going on in there. Okay, let's go back in, see what else we can find. Oh, the flavor's phenomenal though. I don't know what the hell any of this stuff is, to be honest. It's all just cut up and then covered in this curry gravy. You can't identify anything. Yum. That piece is nice and soft. Oh my god, the curry tastes amazing. It's almost like a Japanese curry tasting. That one, definitely a little bit of a gamey flavor. You can definitely smell that those intestines coming from that bubbling cauldron. Let's try one of these pieces of radish as well. And yeah, it's definitely got a kick of spice too. Oh, it's really good. Oh man, that piece is awesome. Just melts, completely melts in your mouth. Yum. And this is one of the things you have to try in Macau. This whole street is just lined with different ones, but this one had the biggest line. I think it must be the most popular. Yum, that is awesome. Just look at this. All kinds of strange things going on in here. I love these fatty pieces because, well, sometimes they melt in your mouth. Sometimes you get a little bit of a chewy piece too. So fatty, and the flavor is just phenomenal. Yum. There's just a steady flow of tourists and locals. I think there's a lot of tourists coming into Macau. It is a popular tourist destination for sure. And well, it doesn't matter because the tourists here know the good taste too. Yum. It's not as funky as it smells. I thought it was gonna have a real strong funk to it, but really it doesn't. It's overpowered by that curry. That pot is literally overflowing with intestines and liver and everything, and they've got something that's kind of like bubbling up the braise that it's braising in. It's not the curry that it's braising in. They put the curry on after, and man, that was really delicious. Gotta try that in Macau.
Normally I'm not an intestine lover, but this is really good when the combination of intestine and curry. You should give it a try. It's really good.
Really good curry beef innards. I'm surprised how much I actually enjoyed that. It was delicious. This is really cool too. You can see these blue and white tiles along the street here just beside the Camwa beef offal place. And it's really funny because this is very Portuguese, but then the depiction, the picture is actually like a Chinese scene. And then the signage here is in Portuguese and Chinese and English, but it's really blended with Portuguese and Chinese. I mean, it was a colony until 1999, so fairly recent. So I've actually been to Lisbon, Portugal, beautiful city, great food, and I was just walking along the street and I spotted something that I recognized from my time in Lisbon, and it's this shop right here that's serving a type of cherry liquor called Ginja. So let's go try it out. So here it is, the Ginja. It's like a cherry liquor. Like I said, I spotted it many times in Lisbon. I'm pretty surprised to see it here. This place is called Ginja do Senado. So Senado is the square that we were just in right there, and I ordered myself up a shot, and it's actually got a little cherry. I don't know if you can see on the inside, but beautiful dark red color. Whew. It's actually got like a sweetness, strong cherry flavor. It's not actually super alcoholic tasting. It's really sweet, completely covers your mouth. That's actually delicious. Oh yeah. Oh, a little bit of a burn. Delicious. So there's the cherry at the bottom. Really good. Nice and sweet. Let's try the cherry. Yeah. The cherry is even stronger than the drink. Whew. Yum. Awesome. That's a perfect palate cleanser for after that greasy pork chop and the beef offal. I love that. Nice sweetness to it. Let's go for some dessert now. Probably the most famous thing you must try in Macau is egg tarts. So famous Portuguese egg tarts, pastel de nata, they're called in Portuguese. This place is called Margaret's Cafe e Nata, and just look at this. This is the line. It's gonna be a while. Stay tuned. We're going to the back of the line. Yep, not even there yet. Not even close. Halfway maybe, and there's the end. Luckily Mink is not last in line. It's gonna be a while. It is absolutely mad here. The line is just crazy. So even after you wait in this massive line you can see behind me, they give you a ticket. Oh. And they said come back at 3:45, so we still gotta wait like 15 more minutes, that's fine. These must be some damn good egg tarts because this is absolutely insane. They must have had 200 customers since we've been in line. The line is really fast moving, like maybe we only waited 30 minutes, but now we have to wait another 15 minutes. These must be really good. I'm just so thankful they didn't sell out of them because if we got to the front of the line and they sold out, that would have been very depressing. Okay, I got the goods, about a 45-minute wait, and there it is, Margaret's famous egg tart, Portuguese style, but also very famous here, of course, in Macau. I can see it's super flaky on the outside. Look at that golden yellow egg filling, custard, flaky pastry on the outside, and I guess waiting has its benefits because this is fresh, hot out of the oven. Let's try it out. Oh. Oh, so hot. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's got like no sweetness. It is a little bit buttery. The pastry on the outside is super flaky, which is nice. But the filling doesn't have like any flavor. It tastes just like nothing, like gelatin. Let me try one bite. Wow. That is that's disappointing. I can't believe we just waited so long just for that. It honestly has almost no flavor at all. The pastry has a little bit of a butteriness, but you can see all that custard on the inside. It feels like there's absolutely no sugar and it has almost no sweetness whatsoever. The pastry is really good, but the filling, not that good. Wow, what a wait for not much. You guys know me, I'm not a picky eater whatsoever. I enjoy a lot of things, but I do always want to be honest with you guys. Maybe try another one. I wouldn't wait 45 minutes, especially if you've only got like a day trip like us here. I don't know. It's really famous, like you saw, but I don't know what the hype's all about really. It literally tastes like almost nothing. I hate to give a negative review, but not my favorite egg tart. There's this really great place called KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have real good ones if you want a good one. Making our way to St. Paul's Cathedral, the ruins of St. Paul's Cathedral. Just look at how insanely busy it is here in Macau. And when it rains, the umbrellas come out. It's just chaotic. Slowly making our way up to the top to get a closer look at St. Paul's ruins. This is the iconic landmark of Macau. I like to refer to it as the selfie capital of Macau. These stairs, lots of people wanting to get in my selfie and their own selfies. These stairs are probably the location of billions of selfies. I'm giving the egg tart a second chance. It's not that bad, okay, but it's not that great. I've had them in Lisbon, in Portugal, and I love them. I ate them every single day, so I was pretty disappointed that this doesn't taste like the ones in Portugal whatsoever. This, however, absolutely beautiful. You must come and see the ruins of St. Paul's Cathedral. Absolutely beautiful. It's just like the facade. You can walk right through it. And then in the background, you can also see the Grand Lisboa, which is like this crazy modern building. So you really get this contrast view over Macau. This is a really cool spot. Like I said, selfie capital of Macau. Come here and take your pictures. Maybe not with a egg tart. Okay. Lots of friendly people here in Macau, making friends. It's beautiful, so I mean, any chance for a picture. One of my favorite things about traveling is just the awkward encounters you have with friendly tourists and locals, and you know, you get lost in translation, you do your best. I think I figured out that those women were actually asking me to take a picture of them, but for some reason I thought they wanted a selfie. So I was like, oh, selfie, yeah, let's take a selfie. And they were like, okay, and then they took selfies, and then they came back and they were like, can you do it again? And just only me and not you. So, sorry I ruined your photos to the other girls, but God damn it. Go take the cart. That's not how you carry it. You gotta go backwards. Oh. Yeah. No, the other way. Like this. Right? I don't know. Cutting through some back alleys of Macau. I was really looking forward to that egg tart and it was kind of disappointing, so we're gonna go for another dessert before we have to take off because our ferry leaves at 6 p.m. This is a super old school, local feeling shop. It's called Sopa de Fitas Vinque, and they're famous for their tofu pudding. So silken tofu, I just ordered one up right here. Cold or hot, I ordered cold. You can see the beautiful tofu there. It looks like it might be in soy milk, and this is gonna be the perfect chilled dessert to cool off on a hot Macau day. Okay. Skip Margaret's egg tarts, come straight here. That is so good. Perfectly sweet, refreshing. And we ordered a second dessert. Xie. This is a jelly soy milk. So I think it's grass jelly. And then it looks like there's some sugar syrup at the bottom. I'm gonna kind of mix it up here. Oh man, that doha is so good. I don't know if they actually call it doha here, but it's silken tofu in English. Let's try some of this. Look at the little pieces of jelly. I think it's grass jelly. Let's give that a try. Yeah, that one's not too sweet. Really bouncy jelly. Look at all of it. There's tons of it in there. That looks so cool. Yum, that's good too. Beautiful soy flavor. Really fresh soy milk. To get the soy milk to taste like that, you gotta cook it every single day fresh. Otherwise, it won't taste anything remotely like that. I love the atmosphere in the shop. Really cool. Local feeling, old school place. If you like tofu and you like sweets, this is like the ultimate thing. It's so silky smooth, it just completely melts in your mouth, slides right down your throat. Oh, it's so good. And this place has it perfectly sweetened. The tofu has such an amazing texture. Yeah, this is some real high quality silken tofu. Yum. That was so good. This is actually a Michelin recommended spot. They're using wood fire to cook their soy milk, so it gives it an even stronger flavor. Damn, that was really good. Macau is such a cool city. I've been to Hong Kong maybe 3 times, but I never made the journey over here, and I regret it because this is such a cool place. You could definitely spend more than 1 day, but this was my guide to a single day trip to Macau. All of the information for all of the restaurants and spots that we visited today will be down in the description box. I had a lot of fun here in Macau, and I'm sure you will too. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Chopstick Travel. Bye.